Hi, welcome to the Between Femmes podcast. We're Michaela,
Jane,
Agnay,
and Coco, and we're yapping about what it's like to live with endometriosis.
No medical advice, just real experiences.
Let's get into it.
how's everybody doing?
Average.
Alive. I like that answer.
We're alive. We're luteal. We are doing our best. How you doing, Max?
I was thinking about it though, like why is this summer so depressing? And I have a feeling because I know winters are bad. Like I know I've always felt like a little more pain and you know the weather and everybody, anyways, collectively the whole world or the world that has winter feels down. So it's like it's okay. And now I feel like I'm struggling more because it's like summer and everybody's having fun, they're being social, they're going on outings, and I'm like looking at that on Instagram thinking like, meh, you know?
Like a different kind of missing out a little bit.
Yeah. And it's like, that's affecting me too, because I didn't think summer would be so difficult.
But also the heat wave, like that's not normal for you guys, right? Like that's
what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
That really changes everything. Like, did you hear about the women that were either like what was the like worst month of heat wave? Like June for you guys?
I think end of June was the worst.
End of June. So I heard about some women either not getting their period at all that month or getting it twice in a month because the heat. Nay, did you hear about that too? That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Today we're going to talk a little bit about positivity and things that have actually worked for us. Well, even if they've just given us a slight bit of relief. Yeah. So I'm going to talk about after my surgery because I know we got on about all the things about, okay, the scar tissue, the pain, this, that, and all the negativity that came with it. But in actual fact, I haven't had diarrhea every single morning post-surgery.
Hey.
You know, so
that's
shot straight away. I also had a rash for 2 years, which they thought was a celiac rash. And I kept going to the dermatologist. They kept checking me for everything. And I swear to God, I got out of surgery and the rash disappeared and it never came back again. Wow. So that's positive.
Yeah.
You know, positive that I have really good friends as well. My friends I do have good friends. They're very understanding. They just kind of go with the flow and they're like, okay, cool, you know, whatevs. They try to understand, even if they don't necessarily understand, but trying is good enough for me. And I've got my cute little dog who gets me out of the house. So even if I'm having a flare or feeling like that I'm absolutely dying, I know that I have to leave the house 4 times a day, which kind of stimulates me and redirects my brain and really actually helps. Look, I live close to the beach, which is an absolutely stunning beach. And there's a dog beach right there, which is not that common in Europe. You know, so Coco and I get on the train. We go to the beach either in the morning or in the evening because it's too hot during the day. I have a little swim and I just understand sometimes when I jump in the ocean that there's something bigger than myself out there and forget about my worries for a few minutes. And life is good.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's good. Question though, does Clover swim with you?
No, just the legs.
Fair.
Just the legs up to the chest. So those are a few little positive things in my life at the moment. And what about you, Michaela?
For me, well, what did I say? Well, okay, so I know there's a lot of downsides to taking the pill because I didn't have surgery. So I can't really say of any positive changes or wins there. I guess maybe positive is in that sense that my doctor didn't like demand that I have surgery, right? That he was cautious about it. And the pill has, of course, helped a couple things, like quite serious things, which is why I'm so anxious about stopping it. Just for reference for the people listening, I am planning to stop the pill because I want to see what it does to me and how much more pain I'm being caused by the pill. But the pill has stopped my super heavy periods and like prolonged, I hated having like months on end my period showing up. So that was a win. And also like the fact that I wasn't getting like yeast infections so much. My skin was a little bit better. So those were wins, but not enough to say I'm continuing. The other things in my life that are definitely positive are, of course, my dogs as well. As much as I've sometimes struggled, like I feel like I'm disappointing them every day because they want to play with me and then sometimes I can't, you know. But like humans don't deserve dogs. Like this unconditional love is just so, it gets you out of any funk when they're like with their little toys in their mouth and like looking at you wagging and you're like, how can you be sad, right? So my dogs are definitely been my rescue. And my partner is definitely like super understanding and supportive. And he's really the guy also like I'm way sometimes too easy with giving up my boundaries and kind of just pushing through, and he kind of never like forces me to not give up my boundaries, but he kind of makes me question it, like, are you sure you want to do this? Like he makes me think, and then I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't be doing this, you know. So he's very supportive, and then I do have supportive friends even though I've lost the friendship, but the ones I have in my life are amazing, and my family is super supportive, so those are definitely wins. So how about you, Ogne?
I think often we get so used to the things that happen in life that the things that are actually we're grateful for, that are wins, that we don't really see them that way. Um, but I'm grateful that I can still move my body and I'm still able to exercise, although I had to adapt the way I exercise due to this condition. I'm still able to do that. Although my leg is still giving up on me, we still move, it's still working, so that's fine. For some reason, I feel like I sound like I'm going to cry. I'm not. I think it's just early, by the way.
It's fine, you can cry, we'll all cry.
So, I'm grateful for these little rat bags. You can't see them anymore, but I'm grateful for them. I think same as you girls. You like we don't have kids, right? And it's like that they do give us that purpose to get out and then keep going. Because I think it'd be very easy to just, if you're feeling a little unwell, just being a rat, stay in bed, and then that's it, you're done. And I think that would affect my mental health a lot more if I didn't get out. So I'm grateful for these little ones. I don't know. I'm grateful, you know. Things could be a lot worse. I'm grateful that I
Yeah.
got made redundant a month ago, over a month ago now, because although it's been extremely stressful being unemployed, but at the end of the day, it's kind of giving me time to focus and see what I want a bit more. And I still haven't figured it out, but I've been able to look after myself more and look after my body. So although I'm stressed, I'm still grateful for the fact that it's happened again. Um, I feel like I've been unemployed more than employed for the last year now. So yeah, everything's fine. Things could be worse. We're alive. We're kicking, right?
Yeah.
Could always be worse, yeah.
Yeah. And I should be grateful for Luke, obviously. I feel like I can't leave him out, because if he's going to listen, he's going to. I am grateful. What about you, Coco?
Huge win for me was coming off a medication that I'd been on for 14 months. And 10 days after coming off of it, I just felt like this like black cloud had been lifted off of my brain. And I was like slowly coming back to myself. And it was after being on medications for like back to back to back. And so I'm grateful to like be off of that, kind of establish what my baseline is. It was doing the positive thing of stopping my like super heavy prolonged periods, but literally was causing issues in every other aspect. And so grateful to have, I finally got a family doctor this year, and she's such an amazing listener, and it has been the first GP I've ever had to be like, it's not okay that you're in pain every day. Like, I want to help you like resolve, or like you deserve better than this. And so very grateful to have her and like her advocacy. I also have been spending a lot of time in the water, which has been really nice, because then it's like kind of hard to focus on anything other than the things that I don't know, and I'm like getting frustrated trying to rabbit hole and figure out. And grateful to have a really amazing therapist. Like, I had a bit of a breakdown in her office the other day, and she let me go way over time. And then when I was like, can I come back next week? She was just like, yeah, sounds good. It's like, here's my schedule. So very glad to have that and to have the time to be able to do that, which is not always a thing I've been able to have, but it's been nice to sort of make that like a consistent routine and priority. I'm grateful to have like the home that I have. I never felt like truly settled, and moving here and living with my partner and having our dogs and this little community that we've built in my family, being able to see them more often has just been something that I'm really not taking for granted. Like, it's such a big support network, and it's so nice to be able to feel safe. And when I'm like down bad, I still know that I'll be taken care of and I'll be okay. And people are here to help me, even if I can't see it in the moment. So I definitely try not to take that for granted. And I'm also really grateful that I got over my coffee aversion because I hated coffee for like 5 or 6 weeks and I love coffee again. So,
Well, that's
so
fantastic.
bad.
That's
I was having an identity crisis.
That's like the biggest win.
Literally. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just so easy when you're in constant pain and your hormones are fluctuating to actually almost sometimes I never look at the positive and I have to remind myself to be like, okay,
Yeah.
wait, you have a roof over your head. You live in a 3-bedroom apartment in Spain for really decent rent. Yes, you're not really looking for a job, but you will when things get like when I have to, I will, And I'm like, okay, cool. I have all of these fantastic things, which I can't even look at because my hormones are all over the place. And 3 weeks of the month, I'm in pain. So it becomes really, really difficult,
Yeah.
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 Your body just goes into survival mode, right? And it's like you don't always have, like, it takes a lot of effort to think of those things and then to also tell ourselves that because like I know for me when I haven't been doing that I feel really guilty when I start pointing it out and it like just like feels really icky and like obviously I'm so grateful for it but both things can be true. You can be grateful without expressing like this is so good and like everything is gonna be great and like it could be so much worse. Like I think it's so okay to just be like this fucking sucks. It sucks in this gorgeous city on this beautiful beach and it sucks that I can't enjoy it the way that I want to, but also being like, but I know it's not going to be this way forever. Right now, this just really fucking sucks. And to sort of just take it a day at a time. Because I feel like well, that's all we really can do. Is just take it one day at a time.
all we can do, I mean, like, God forbid, but we could be dead tomorrow.
Yeah.
You don't know what, I mean, we have no idea what tomorrow holds in the next hour, So.
Yeah.
And anybody could, right? Anyone could like
Anybody,
walk
yeah. I mean, anybody. Life
by
is not
a freak accident.
promised.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that also kind of frustrates me because then it's like, yeah, okay, you should be enjoying life more daily because indeed, what if it changes tomorrow? But how the fuck are you supposed to enjoy life today? Like, seriously. I mean, if you would ask me what I would love to be doing right now, it would be totally different than I'm able to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, sometimes taking it one whole day at a time is just really hard. And I'm like, what's going to make me happy for the next 5 minutes? And then, oh, great. That was a really great snack in the kitchen. Or like, wow, that sip of coffee really hit. Or like, that was a really funny video.
Wow.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta like narrow it down to be like, okay, this right now is good. And we will have more of this.
I would also like to say maybe also some other life things. Like for me, recently getting married was definitely a win. And I've heard like a lot of people who with endo that they like struggle with it, they should have a wedding. And the biggest thing I can say is like I made it like fitting to me. Like I knew I have endo and I knew I was gonna get tired and I knew it was gonna be too much. So I kept it small. And I would definitely do it, even though afterwards, like I was hit like massively with a flare and like chronic fatigue and everything. And I feel like it's been nonstop since.
Yeah.
But I would still do it over because that moment, you can't take that away. Like that is just, it seems stupid to not do it just because of indeed our situation. Like life should still, because indeed it could change tomorrow. So you should celebrate the moments, even if it's difficult.
But like we had the same conversation before because I get in my head like bear in mind like we're not engaged or anything, but like we got like the whole thing planned out right, and I was like, what if I'm feeling unwell? I was like, cool, we could just do this, or like we'll do. Do you know what I mean? It's just so good to have someone that understands that. Being into like on the same kind of like subject. So when I went to the wedding in June, I was stood up for quite a while with heels on. And then as soon as we sat down for food, I was like, it's coming. Like I can feel the pain's coming on. So I was like kind of like powering through. And I was like, you know what? No. I was like, I'm gonna go for like 45-hour nap, maybe. Go up and take
5 hour.
It ended up
catch up, honeymoon.
45 hours. And
I was like, good for you.
I was like, damn, girl, I want that.
Good nap. I ended up going back to the lodge. I slept for 2 or 3 hours, woke up at like 9 p.m.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
And I was like,
Brilliant.
right, so partying. I was like, dude, dancing the whole evening. So sometimes you need to do that. And instead of feeling that awkwardness of like, oh, I need to push through, just do what's best for you. Like, we've got another wedding to go to. And I'm like, I'm going to go nap.
Exactly. And you're lucky your partner is confident enough to not take it personally or not feel embarrassed or not anything. He didn't care. He just carried on with his life. And
Yeah.
nobody else really cared because it wasn't, you know what I mean? It's not like the
Yeah.
bride disappeared for 3 hours. It was just
Even
because
so,
Yeah.
disappear.
Take a break.
As long as they have food and drinks, I don't think they
They'll be
really
fine.
care.
yeah, I think people
point
just don't even
is-
notice that type of stuff, to be honest.
Yeah, they would probably think, oh, they're just off having sex, you know?
Yeah.
By herself.
Why not?
For 45 hours.
For 45 hours.
That's honeymoon.
No, I think the adapting and like meeting ourselves where we at is so important because I sometimes get, I don't know if you guys get this too, but like in my head and I compare myself to what I used to be able to do
Yeah.
and what I like will just sort of like be hard on myself to be like, I used to be able to do this. I used to be able to do this. And it's like, yeah, but that's not the reality of today. So what do we need to do if we have the wedding or we like go to the birthday party or we want to be out with friends? Like what sort of adjustments do we need to make? And
Yeah.
just owning it, right? And I think the more people in our circles like see us making those adjustments, the more accommodating and understanding they're going to be because then it's like I get to be the best of myself. You guys get the best of me. And I'm not trying to like push through to meet a stamina that I don't have anymore. Like my sister and her husband will do the 45-minute out evening. They're like, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll go out, but we'll go for 45 minutes. We'll come home. And I was like, sometimes I forget it doesn't have to be a fucking marathon. Like that's brilliant. They're like, yeah, we'll say hello. We'll have a couple bites, a little sips, and then we're back home in our jammies by like 11 p.m. I was like, wow, I forgot that's an option sometimes. Like,
Yeah. I need to learn that.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, because once I'm there, it's really hard for me. Even my wedding, like we had like our ceremony and reception, and then we were gonna have like dinner with a small group, right? But by the time the reception was done, I was like, my hubby could see it, like I was struggling. And dinner was gonna be probably another 2 or 3 hours, you know? And so he was like, I don't think we should go to dinner. And I was like, yeah, but I can't disappoint them. You know, my grandmother came all the way, my aunt came from France. I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna like not go. Like, this is really bad then. You know, they came all the way for us and we're not gonna go. And he's like, yeah, but it's your wedding. Like, I mean, our wedding. He's like, "You're sitting there in pain. And what's the point?" And that's what I meant with like, he's like rational, my brain, like, okay, I shouldn't. And so we didn't go, but I was literally crying, telling them we're not gonna go because I felt so like I was disappointing them. But in the end, it was perfect because they had fun and I got to have a shower, getting my jammies and kind of just eat takeout on bed, you know, like perfect.
Yeah. And that's what they're there for at the end of the day, to support you where you're at and just like love you and like cheer you guys on without having the obligation or the expectation that you're gonna do it like everybody else, you know?
Yeah.
And just like push through and not have a good time yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we also need to remember that a lot of the time, as long as we're not dicks to other people, people don't care. The only time people notice something if you're an asshole to them. Then they're like, oh, you know what I mean? And there's a reason to notice. Otherwise, people care too much about themselves, which is
Yeah.
fine, and their
Yeah.
own little lives, that they're not actually, maybe they're taking like a tiny percentage of their energy and notice, but it's not enough for them to even think or talk about it afterwards, you know? So I think where the burden is on us, actually, we're just like, all right, cool. We're making a big deal. Not we're making a big deal. This is how we feel, but it's actually not affecting anybody else.
Yeah.
Maybe your
We're
partner
wondering.
or very, very close family, if you know, but otherwise beyond that, no one cares. No one cares if you leave a party early.
No,
Half
that's
the
true.
people aren't even going to notice.
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
yeah.
I love an Irish goodbye.
Yeah. So I think that's yeah, it's good. I think it's good that we stood still with this and kind of, you know, I think we're basically advising all the other ones listening to this to do the same, to kind of look at what you can be grateful for, even though it's difficult. But hopefully that helps.
And
Yeah.
I think as well, obviously, another thing we should focus on, because it's so hard to not see those things we're grateful for, the things that are positive. Like, learn how to voice them, whether you're going to write them down or you're going to make a voice memo or anything like that. Just write it down, because on the days where things are shit, look back. Like, you know what, actually life isn't that bad. I can be grateful for these things. So I think that's another thing that we need to remember. Write it down, because then it becomes more real.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's a challenge we can do. Every day we write down something.
Write down something that we're grateful for, and then when we're upset,
Look at it.
there's nothing left.
Yeah, I feel like there's evidence here. It's hard to argue with that.
There's evidence. It's okay. We are loved.
There is like so actual like some sort of like neurological or like neuroscience behind the writing down of it too.
Mm,
Like we start to believe it more, or it just comes more concrete. And yeah, I like that. I like that idea.
Girls, thank you so much for the positive chat. It's really, really helped me just appreciate today at least and change my mindset slightly. And I hope we can reach all the other endo girlies out there who are suffering, and just one little win. Just think of one little win. Hey, have a good night, day, morning.
Good day, everybody. Bye.